In today's video, I want to show you guys on how you can make the ultimate credit card tracker. So that way you're always on time in your credit card payments, and you can also track multiple credit cards, your credit utilization, how many days until it's due, and whether you've made your minimum payment or you fully paid everything. And I will also be putting down the template link down below in the description so you can go ahead and build it and populate it with me. So without further ado, let's just jump right in. All right, guys, so once you click my link down below in the description, what you want to do first and foremost is go to File and hit Make a Copy. Now, obviously what this does is that it will copy my template to your own Google Sheets repositories. You will have your own copy. Now you have to be logged into a Google account. If you don't have one, you can make one. It's free. Name it anything because this is now your local copy, right? So I'll just name it Jeremy's Credit Card Tracker. For example, the first thing that we have here is going to be the card name, okay? First credit card, just, name it whatever credit card you have. I personally use the CapitalOne VentureX as an example here. Great card, by the way. It pays for itself in travels and you get lounge access, TSA Pre-Check, whatever, okay? Not sponsored. If you're interested to apply though, I will leave a link down below in the description. It's my personal favorite credit card. Now let's just say we have a $500 balance in this card, okay? I already formatted everything to a dollar amount. And then you have a credit limit, obviously how much you can spend, how much the bank is letting you borrow money. So let's just say $5,000, okay? So you use 500 out of 5,000. So perfect. So the utilization percentage is obviously going to be the balance divided by the credit limit, okay? So what we can do is that we can just write that formula, very, very simple. So it's gonna be equals to balance here, Google Sheets even knows, it's pretty smart, divided by credit limit, okay? So you'll get a 10% usage. 500 divided by 5,000 is 10%, which makes a lot of sense. So let's only divide the balance with the credit limit if we have something in this credit limit option, okay? Meaning like if we populated it. If we have nothing here, we're not gonna divide it by anything. So how would we write that, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and alter this formula. So instead, we're gonna have an if formula. If what? If C4 here, this cell has something. So that means if C4 less than or greater than, which means like if it's not equal to blank. So if it's not blank, meaning if it has something, then we can go ahead and divide it, comma, then we can go ahead and do B4 divided by C4. Otherwise, if there's nothing there, comma, then leave it blank. Close it off, hit enter, and as you can see, nothing changed. It's still 10%. But as soon as you drag it all the way down, you can see the formula is still here, but we're leaving the value of the cell blank because we did not put anything in the credit limit. But of course, as soon as we do, it's gonna start doing the math, okay? Let's go ahead and move over to due date, okay? So what is this due date, okay? So as you can see here, we already have a due date. So the reason why I call this the ultimate credit card tracker is because it will actually automatically refresh the due date itself every month. Now, obviously, this sheets need to know your due dates every month, and usually in credit cards, the due date is going to be the same every month. So if it's going to be the 18th of every month or the 14th or the 25th, whatever date it is. So for example, arbitrarily, I'm going to write down 18. And as you can see here, the due date automatically will adjust to 18. Okay. Same thing here. If we do 25, it's going to be February 25th. But let's just say today's the February 7th, right? Let's just say it's something that already passed. So for example, the 6th. Obviously, it will not say February 6th. It will actually say March 6th instead. It's a very, very smart formula here. And as you can see here, I wrote this formula down. It will know once once it's past the due date, it will assume that you already paid it off. You're good to go. Let's move on to the next month, okay? Now we just write down the days until it's due. So for that, we can just write a formula of equals to this minus today, okay? So if we have this date, due date here, we're subtracting it by today's date, then we have 13 days left until it's due, okay? But obviously if we have, like, for example, March 6th, so we have 6 here, then we have what, 27 days until it's due, okay? So it knows, it's very, very smart. That's how it knows. And the minimum payment here is going to be obviously whatever minimum payment your credit card is usually giving you. So for example, 25 bucks, you would put 25 here, okay? So perfect. Now we have our single entry here, and this is going to be for every row in this chart in the master list. It would just be every single credit card that you have, and you would just populate it the exact same way. Now you can see here that there is a not paid section, okay? You don't have to worry about this formula. You see there's a mumbo jumbo formula here that again I wrote to save you all the trouble. But you just have to know that what this exactly does is now if we start making credit card payments, okay? So for example, we haven't paid anything yet, so we didn't log any payments here down here yet. But as soon as we made some payments, so for example, you have to write down the same card here, same spelling, If you want to be safe, you can just, copy this and paste it here. So that way you get the same spelling, no errors there. And you write down the amount. So for example, I paid $15, okay, of this card. And for example, I paid it today, okay, so 2/7/26, for example, February 7th. You can see that the paid here turns into partial now, okay? So we paid the partial amount, but we didn't even meet the minimum payment of $25 that we need to pay, okay? So let's just say, for example, I've paid $25, okay? So 25, bang. Now what happens? You can see here that it changed to minimum is paid. My minimum payment of $25 is actually paid off. So I'm safe at least for this part, but let's just go ahead and pay, more than the minimum. As soon as we make a full balance payment of $500, you can see that it's fully paid. You paid off your credit card, you're good to go, okay? Now, one thing that you can actually change of this is you can add a conditional formatting. So, select all this range here, for example, go to format and hit conditional formatting. Now, what this does is that, hey, if, there's different rules, right? So if the text is exactly what? If it's exactly full paid, then let's make it green. That green means good. Now let's just go ahead and add another rule. So for example, if the text is let's just say min paid, then let's make it what? Let's make it yellow. Okay, so it's not cleared yet, but at least you've made your minimal payments. Okay. Now, if for example it's I'm gonna just add another rule here. If the text is exactly not paid, now obviously not paid, we can just make it light red and hit done, and then you can see that we can just test it out. So full paid is green, and then if we paid only the minimum amount, it's yellow, and if we didn't pay anything, not paid, it's red. Okay, so you can have these conditional formatting. Oh yeah, also don't forget about partial payment. So if its text is exactly partial, then we can make it yellow or gold. Okay, whatever you want basically. Okay, and then again, I'm gonna pay off the same card. For example, we pay off now $300. You can see here that you have to write the date down, okay, because this obviously needs to know when you made the payment, so you won't confuse last month's or the previous month's payments to this current month. So for example, we paid it again. We're gonna pay it tomorrow, so 2/8/26. You can see that, hey, we paid the minimum because total there's actually $320 that we went to this card, but it doesn't surpass the minimum yet. Okay, and then finally, when you pay another, maybe $200 to this card the following day, now you can see that it's cleared, it's fully paid, and everything works as is. Okay, so again, you can use the same thing if you have another card here. For example, you have the Chase, and you have $1,000 balance on it. You have a $10,000 credit limit. You can see here again, the formula works. The due date, for example, is going to be the 14th of every month. And again, you need to drag this down, okay? I mean, you could drag it down right now if you want, but again, it will just populate everything. So drag this down so it becomes February 14th, Valentine's Day. And the days until due, you can obviously go ahead and just drag that formula down as well again. And then the minimum payment, you don't have to drag anything down. That's up to, your card, so maybe $75. And then this formula, you can also, again, drag it down, not paid. But then again, as soon as you make a payment to this Chase Sapphire Reserve card, for example, of what? For example, of $500, and you made that payment today, you can see that you paid off the minimum. You paid off the $75. Now, another thing that you can also add is that, hey, if you're, for example, your due date is going to be coming up really, really soon, you can also just add another conditional formatting. So go ahead and drag the days until due, go to format and hit conditional formatting here. And what are the rules? Well, if for example it's greater than, it's less than 4 days, for example, right? So let's just say your due date's coming up within the next 4 days. You want to make it red. Hey, like, hey, it's urgent. You need to make sure that you pay this card off. So you hit done here. So for example, if our due date is coming up sooner than expected, so for example it's the 9th because today's the 7th. 2, so you have 2 more days until it's due. It turned red. Like, hey, come on, you got to get this credit card paid off. Okay, and then if you don't think you're gonna have that many credit cards, you can just go ahead and just grab all these extra rows I added. You can just right click and select all of them and just hit delete rows, and it won't alter anything. It won't affect the formulas. Everything will still work. So just go ahead and adjust this template accordingly to your own need and to your own personal financial structure. So with that being said, hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, don't forget to hit the like and hit the subscribe button down below, and I'll see you guys all in the next video.